All right, Regox here. Speaking off the cuff, no script. I just want to talk about some stuff. Lately, of course, because that's just how things go. We were talking about Suicide Squad and Justice League's failures. And that's how that is. We're going to continue talking about that forever because there's no way. Superman Incorporated, Warner Brothers, Jason Schreier, other, yellow journalists, and all the others involved with Superman Incorporated and WB who helped make this game a dumpster fire like no other in the Arkham universe. Well, I never live this down. Never ever. Hopefully they'll learn the lesson and be like, yeah, let's not make games like that anymore. Let's just go back and asset flip Arkham Knight. Use the free flow combat. Make some new characters, put them in there, make new stories, put them in there, get people who are not Sweet Baby to write them. And just we can recuperate our losses because the Arkham people who like the Arkham series, the core fans like me, will actually buy those games. And play them and enjoy them and shout from the rooftops how awesome they are. Hopefully they'll do that someday. That'll be great. And also if they don't, they're doomed. So hopefully they will. Anyway, so yeah, lots of things happened. Monolith Studios. Okay, here's the issue with me. Wonder Woman shutting down that Wonder Woman game, which looks like it's going to be another militant feminist woke DEI bullcrap game like Suicide Squad Justice League was. Has been canceled, and that's fine with me because they can do better. They can do better than that. They better Wonder Woman games. What I don't like is that they used Monolith Studios, who made Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War, and used the Nemesis system, which they unfortunately patented to basically for years and years. Okay, so no one else can use that thing. And it was an amazing system where you basically go through as your human ranger hero. Like Aragorn. You run around and you attack orcs and other things, and you can basically get them either to kill them, turn them to your side, or just defeat them. I guess you can do all kinds of things with them. And whatever the case is, you can make yourself an orc army and have them fight against other orcs, and they basically, or you can cause all kinds of problems with dissension and drama with the orcs because you guys could be like, hey, underling orc, your superiors is turning on you, and he's like, what? No way! I knew it! I knew it! You can convince them using your elvish or ring-based powers, whatever it was. Different things like that. And you can, it's like, no way, I knew it. And then you challenge them to a fight, kill off that super hard enemy, then it's just the easier enemy to kill, or something like that. It's just all kinds of cool things you can do with this Nemesis system. Other enemies will remember you. If you defeat them and they run off, they'll remember you and try to get stronger and come back even worse. There's all kinds of crazy stuff you can do with that. But they patented that crap because they're jerks. But anyway, they're gonna use that for Wonder Woman, and I'm like, okay. At first, I thought that was gonna be really cool, but then I hear it was gonna be some drama stuff, lifetime drama bullcrap. Because it's like, yeah, you're gonna basically make drama. Where you're basically like, yeah, I trusted you, you betrayed me, no, I'm like, Wonder Woman, what the heck, I'm like, what's going on here? I was hearing about that, hearing it was gonna be like that. Well, anyway, whatever the case is, the game was announced way too soon, and it's now canceled. I'm okay with that. They can do better than that. Unfortunately, they decided, WB decided to shut down Monolith Studios. And they made some great games. And I'm like, what? That takes me off. Because there's some really cool games out there that they made that now they aren't making anymore because they're shut down. Rocksteady does need. I'm okay with Rocksteady not, new Rocksteady basically. What's left of Rocksteady not being shut down yet, at least. Hopefully they'll make a new Arkham game, where you play as multiple characters, in the Batman universe. And it'll be way better than Suicide Squad and or Gotham Knights, and they'll be able to just keep making games like that. That'd be awesome. Hopefully they will not make a remake because that would be a really bad idea. It's already been remade. It turns out two things. Number one, they're not the same team. They won't get it right. Number two, it's already been remade. It already got remade. I saw the weird face that Batman has in the remake of the game that came out a few years ago. And he looks weird. It's very strange. But the graphics are updated, but still it looks really weird. So you don't need to remake that a third time, and we don't need to remake it with Sweet Baby woke DEI bullcrap in it. Okay, no. You know Victor's ass would be, his race would be changed. You know the women would be deflated. You know for a fact Harley Quinn would be covered up. You know that it would be like, yeah, change Doctor whatever her name is his race to something else because we can't have that happening to a black woman. So yeah, there's all kinds of different things they would do that would make the thing bad, and we would all the Arkham fans like me would point out every single discrepancy. So you don't want to do that. What you do want to do is make new games, and show Gotham, the people that make Gotham Knights how it's done. Because I like seeing different characters doing so. Warner Bros. Montreal actually did make some pretty good stuff. Gotham Knights was not the best game ever, but it was not the worst game ever. The Suicide Squad, but they did some great stuff. Warner Brothers made the Montreal made the Batman Arkham Origins series, and that was a good one. And then there's Batman Arkham Shadow, which story-wise it's good. Story-wise it's good. The cinematography is amazing. The combat is not as good, but still, because it's VR. But yeah, it is an awesome game, and I'm glad that they made that. Suicide Squad Kills Justice League tainted the Arkham series, but then this game came out and showed off that the Arkham series can still exist, even without Rocksteady. So that's great. I want to see Rocksteady get back in the game and do it right this time. At the very least, Gotham Knights level. At least that game had combat in it, melee combat in it. That was the main focus, and it was awesome. Seriously, like you jumped and shot, like in Fortnite, it was not cool. And yet they try to say this part of the Arkham series. It was really sad. But anyway, so here's the deal with me. Warner Bros. Montreal did make some awesome DLC for Batman Arkham Knight. Including Batgirl being playable. Batgirl before she got paralyzed, using her Taekwondo moves and all those tornado kicks and whatnot, and axe kicks and everything. It was so cool to see that. Some of those moves are super clean. I think it was like a trip. They did like a sweep, leg sweep, and then she did like another leg sweep at the guy's face, knock him out. It was so cool. So many great ideas in there. But anyway, so yeah, there's some great ideas, and I want hopefully they'll cut it out. Okay, but basically what I want to talk about is recently, of course, because we're talking about that stuff. People are mentioning Suicide Squad Justice League, how bad it is. There, of course, are these defenders coming along who are saying, "Oh, I heard rumors that Sefton Hill and Jamie Walker and their friends, even who made all the Arkham games, who made the Batman Arkham series, helped found Rocksteady. They were the ones that made Suicide Squad Justice League bad, according to people who work for Sweet Baby." I'm like, So yeah, basically, right now we have the corporate issues here. Corporate stuff going on like it has been for who knows how long. We had a small company, basically grown from nothing, that finds an idea like Free Flow Combat or the Nemesis system, makes something out of it, makes cool games out of it, and puts a bunch of puts a bunch of stuff in there, makes the game bursting with content, even for generations ago, and it's just a wonderful game. It is amazing, and it sells like hotcakes and makes billions of dollars, right? And the issue, then you have corporate shills who are saying, "Yeah, we want a piece of that pie," because all the companies and the blight of the gaming industry. And corporate suits and everything, all the higher ups, they're like, "Yeah, we want a piece of that pie," So and then they see the other people making money. They're like, "Yeah, we want to have something like that. Let's take a studio that made awesome stuff and can still make awesome stuff, take it out of their wheelhouse, force them to make stuff like these other people, with envy, greed, avarice, whatever you want to call that stuff, blinded by that stuff. They decide to mess around and cause a lot of problems, WB hired Sweet Baby, most likely hired Sweet Baby to come in because they were the hot new thing, They most likely, on the website saying, "Oh, we can help you make better stories. They'll make way more money." They won't. Every single one of the games has failed. So yeah, don't go for those guys. No matter what anyone says against that, it's really sad. But every game they made has failed, has performed worse because their stories suck. So maybe cannot write stories. So don't work with these people. Anyway. They basically brought Sweet Baby into Rocksteady, messed up Rocksteady, and so because they messed up Rocksteady, Sefton Hill and Jamie Walker and those loyal to them left, formed their own studio. It makes sense because it's no longer representative of what they started off with. Someone who, someone wanted to send me a message. That's what they say when they do that. Who's someone? That is not it. Nope. That is spam. Spam. Go away. Go away. Yeah, right here. Okay. So, yeah. Look at my tablet. Anyway, so yeah, no, that thing failed miserably. But anyway, so yeah, it's like yeah, you have that. Look at the corporate the cycle. You have the corporate bring in losers, snake oil salesmen, greedy thieves, tramps and thieves, whatever. They basically come in trying to get us easy, some easy money, and lead, basically, go on to the next grift and whatnot. And they do that stuff and basically mess up the organization, drive off the talent and make some slop. Okay, so WB wanted something life service because Fortnite life service. WB wanted characters that jump around and shoot guns because that's what Fortnite does. So and a bunch of other life service games do. They decided to do trend chasing. All right, so they made Suicide Squad Justice League. Now, Septon Hill and Jimmy Walker may have written something, may have made something because they were suggesting tanks. Luke Stevens said they're suggesting tanks. At first, it sounds weird until you play. Until I saw, it sounded weird to me until I saw a Let's Play of Batman Arkham Knight. Then I saw that there's a good portion of that game is in the Batmobile, which is like a tank. Fighting off enemy tanks. So it's like that gameplay. They're saying let's use that again. That gameplay would work very well for live service because then you could be like, okay, I have my tank, whatever themed tank, moving around this big old city, shooting at other tanks. Very simple, very easy. It doesn't have to be realistic looking. It is awesome. And then it's like, yeah, let's upgrade our tank. Use in-game currency or actual money to upgrade stuff. We customize, make our own stuff. It's great. It was a cool idea. But Superior, of course, most likely did not want that because that wouldn't be female. So yeah, so it's that wouldn't be females being awesome. Sisters doing it for themselves. So said they were like, yeah, let's just make a game that we were going to lie and say it's part of the Arkham series, but isn't, of course. And we're going to basically do the exact opposite of what they do. Instead of Batman being a main character, we're going to make Harley main character because they like her better. And Batman's going to be someone we hate on, clown on all the time. It's basically a parody. I once called it Arkham, Batman, Suicide Squad because it's like Grand Theft Arkham because it makes sense. It's a parody. And that's one of the weird things about these woke DEI pushers. They make their parodies like Saints Row and probably GTA 6 too serious, and they make their not parodies, serious games like Suicide Squad Justice League, Dragon Age Veilguard, other things like that. They make them hilarious, sometimes unintentionally so. They make them hilarious. Because I'm sorry, that is not Kunari, that is a 5-head. That's what that is. You messed up on that one too. No. They just totally just messed up the characters, messed up the lore and everything. And they hate lore because lore does not get what they want. They want to make their own lore. And now if they would just say, hey, this is our own lore, this is not, this is something that we can totally, say, basically it's totally different than the universe. And I'd be like, okay, cool. But they don't do that. Because that means that they can't capitalize on that. That's really sad for them. They can't lie and say that. Lie and say that it's part of the profitable games lore. And if they do that, then they won't get as many sales. Their original games always fail because they suck. Because their stories suck. So what they like to do is be parasites in other companies and inject their bullcrap into the stories of other companies, stories of other games. And hope that works. It sometimes does, but most of the time it does not. And Insomniac Spider-Man 2, which was a really good game, made less than the original Insomniac Spider-Man did because of woke DI. You had Peter Parker get nagged by Scream. Mary Jane became Scream and nagged him during their boss fight, calling him, basically belittling him, emasculating him, basically verbally because he's like, whenever you lose a job, I have to pick up the slack. Whenever this happens, I gotta do it during the boss fight. And Peter Parker, all he's saying is, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry." I'm like, Peter, your wife is being controlled by a monster. Punch and kick at this thing until it comes alive. Then get your wife back and you can figure stuff out. So at the end of the thing, he retires. He says, okay, young Miles Morales says, I got this. All of this, mostly because I'm black. Doesn't say that, but that's obviously what's going on. And they introduced Silk, which is a female Asian version of Spider-Man. So from an alternate dimension, they introduced her, basically, or at least her. Said, here's whatever her human her name is, who's Silk. So I'm like, yeah, they're trying to make more diversity by decreasing diversity. It's just really sad. So I'm just like, all this stuff that they are doing, race swapping Norse gods, Norse god in God of War Ragnarok for no good reason, race swapping Saga Anderson in Alan Wake 2, making the game more about her than Alan Wake, killing off Joel from The Last of Us, because. Not just because, of course, it is possible that he would get killed because it's a really tough world out there, but just replacing him with a trans woman, Abby, it's like, Abby, smash! I am woman, hear me roar! And you play as Abby, I'm sorry, you're forced to play as Abby, after she freaking murders Joel, the father figure of the last game. Again, the father figure of the last game, Joel, killed off because they don't like him. The father figure of the Arkham series, Batman, killed off because they don't like him. And it's just like, what the hell? That's their pattern. And to have people be like, no, the CIA didn't do that. The thing they always do. Like, Someone even said to defend them, they didn't do that. They didn't do anything. I was like, if they didn't do anything, why were they hired? It's one of the saddest things I've ever seen. And then it's like, we didn't make this game bad. People who never make games like this made this game bad. Excuse us while we take it off of our website. Remove it from our website because it failed. Yeah, we're at this point, the blame game of the corporate cycle. The game, studio is awesome. And the studio comes up from nothing because actual talented people found it and make a name for themselves with awesome games and stuff. Then corporate comes in, trying to get a piece of that pie. They bring in swindlers and thieves, CBA Incorporated, and they basically run into the ground. They just drive off the talent, run the thing into the ground. When we make a bad game that causes a huge issue with reputation, loses lots of money. Then get to the point where it's the blame game. Okay, Sefton Hill, Jamie Walker, not Jamie Foxx. I like him though, but Jamie Walker. They left so that because there wasn't Rocksteady anymore. They left like the people who made Mass Effect left. Like the people who made Dragon Age left, like the people who made Witcher left. All kinds of other things going on there. Just crazy stuff. So yeah, they left for their own studio, 100 Stars Games, and now basically because they're gone, they're trying to blame the people that are still there are trying to blame who work for Sweet Baby are trying to blame Sefton Hill and friends because it's like you see this. We didn't make this, we didn't make it, they made it, and then it's like WB joined said, we didn't want this to be live service, they wanted to be live service. These people who never made a live service game ever, they wanted to be live service, On a related note, we were doubling down on live service games. We WB are doubling down on live service games. But you didn't make Suicide Squad just like live service. I'm like, no. Money, please. I'm like, no. Just someone else looking at it like, yeah, right. So people are going, use your brain on this. Buy the hype. I know. Use your brain. You look at the patterns. Look at what these characters are made. Look at the people they're made. Look at the attitudes. You'll understand. Look at the attitudes. Look at the history. That's the issue. Swindlers do not want you to look at the history, their history, because you'll see that their history is of swindling. So that's how it goes. People who are actually talented and amazing want you to look at their history because you'll see all the cool things they've done. Maybe hire them to do more cool things. That's how that crap works. And then you see the issue. No DLC for Insomniac Spider-Man 2. No DLC for Dragon Age. After a year of shame for Suicide Quality Justice League. That's it. It's offline now. There's nothing else coming to it. As far as I can tell, nothing else going to it. You know, Sweet Baby and Friends are off on the next grift. Don't fall for that stuff. Say no to them. Sweet Baby. Say no to all the others. Say no to woke DEI bullcrap. You know, that's the issue with me. And then here's what they're going to do now. Yeah, they might rebrand, they might do all that stuff, but here's the issue. You can tell them. You know, the Bible says you know them by their fruit. So yeah, you'll see that stuff. You'll see it all over the place. So see you guys next time. Check me out on YouTube and DeviantArt.